In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the driver's side front outer tie rod end on your Dodge Ram located behind your front wheel. Using our 7/8 socket, we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove our lug nuts. Now that we have the lug nuts removed, let's go ahead and loosen, remove the wheel, and set that aside. Once you have your front wheel off, you want to go ahead and locate this cotter pin right here. We're going to go ahead and use some pliers and see if we can straighten that out the best possible way you can. And there should be a little leg on the back side as well. And you can use your needle nose pliers if you want. Put that in there and kind of work that out. What we're trying to do is pull that cotter pin out of the nut. And cotter pins are one-time use, so you'll be replacing this after. Doesn't come out with the pliers, go ahead and grab your cutters here. You're gonna pinch and rock, and work that out like so. Using a 21mm socket, go ahead and loosen this nut. Go ahead and remove the nut and the washer, set those aside. I'm going to go ahead and use our pliers on the jam nut here. I want to go ahead and loosen that. I'm going to use a pair of pliers, grab the inner tie rod, and we want to make sure that the jam nut is loose. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to strike the knuckle right here. I'm going to put a small pry bar between the knuckle and the outer tie rod and put some pressure upward. You want to be careful not to go back and hit the ABS wire in the back here. So just put that pry bar on the knuckle, pry up gently, and we're going to strike here. That'll release that. Now what I want to do is unthread this from the inner tie rod. When we do this, we want to count the amount of full rotations it takes to unthread this off of the inner tie rod. So when we install the new one, we can thread it on the same amount and get a preliminary setting for our alignment. I like to use a crayon and mark the amount of revolutions it took to take that off. That way there, I don't forget it, and we can go ahead and take care of that. Before installing your outer tie rod, remove the nut, remove the plastic protective cap to protect the boot. Just gonna go ahead and thread this on. We counted 21 revolutions, so thread this on 21 full turns. Now at this point here, you want to go ahead and line this up. Install this. Get our nut started on here. Before we tighten and torque this here, let's go ahead and tighten down our jam nut. Go ahead and use your pliers. Go ahead and snug that down, lock it into place. And then grab this here and just level that out. Torque down your tie rod and nut to 45 foot-pounds. I'm going to use a 21mm socket. Go ahead and set your wheel back on. Let's go ahead and get all of our lug nuts started by hand. Once we have all these on, we're going to go ahead and snug them down. After finishing this installation, it's important to have an alignment done on your vehicle. It's good, and torque down our lug nuts to 135 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.